God, like all of this that I've done in this cigar industry, in this country, I should say, has all been for Haiti. Because at the end of the day, they need it way more than we do, and we don't understand what real poverty is. Because poverty in America and poverty in a third world country is totally different.
Today on Be the Model, we introduce cigar business owner, entrepreneur, and businhaman, award-winning premium cigars and drinks, host of celebrity parties and events, Jay's Top Notch Cigars.
Nah, you won't ever know what this means to me. I'ma get us in the VIP at them private seats. I ain't tripping, flying jets to get overseas. I'ma get this money with my brothers and all my OGs. Yeah, we tryna be no legends. Did you get the memo, get the reference? I just wanna get some action. I just wanna get some action.
Hey guys, today we're here at Top Notch Cigar and Whiskey Lounge. We're gonna interview the owner, Jay Top Notch, find out how he got into the business, his life, and any other questions that you guys might have.
Look at this gem. Look at it.
So Jay, tell the viewers how you got started in this business, coming up, what made you have a vision to have this place. Let them know a little bit about you.
So honestly, it started like a small dream. I didn't like cigars. I didn't know anything about cigars, and I would literally just go to the cigar lounges and just hang out. And one thing led to another. I started to do a cigar cruise. I started to kind of like do business in the cigar world before I even smoked them. So then I was like, okay, this is a profitable business. You know what I mean? So yeah. I just really just focused, like, you know what, my next goal, I need a lounge. But not a regular lounge, I need a lounge that's more upbeat, more full bar, you know what I'm saying, DJ kind of thing, where the traditional cigar world is not kind of used to, but what we're going to now, that's what I wanted. You know what I mean? Right now, I'm actually ahead of my time because, first of all, a lot of the people that I sell cigars to, they're the first time smokers. They have no idea about cigars, they've never experienced the cigar lifestyle, and they always think that it's an old man's kind of world, but it's definitely not. You know what I mean? I want to switch it to the new school, fly, sexy, DJs, beautiful women, things like that. You know what I
Nice. So growing up, you faced many obstacles?
Absolutely. I mean, being Haitian and Bahamian in this city, like, it was very hard. Like, it was very hard. But I was able to kind of like meet great people through the cigar world, and I guess me knowing certain people kind of gave me the leverage where I was able to kind of like just, I didn't have to do a lot of the dirty work at the beginning because I knew so many of the top dogs. So I would walk into places, I know Rocky Patel, this is what I do a cigar cruise, and they would open doors and like that unbelievable doors for me. And there would be people that don't look like me. And that was the big thing for me because at the end of the day, I'm all about people. I don't care how you look, how you sound. I'm all about the people. So, I mean, that's my thing.
So growing up, man, what kind of difficulties and challenges did you face coming up in this business?
So I mean, for the most part, growing up, it was kind of difficult because being from the islands, a lot of the Americans kind of didn't understand what we were and what we had going on. So there was a lot of fights, a lot of this, a lot of that, and I really was more focused on business. Even as a in middle school, you could ask anybody that knows me. I was trying to open little businesses here, little businesses there, and that was always my mentality. So my thing was I didn't really care about like who you were or anything like that. Let's do some business. Let's grow something. Let's make something out of nothing. You see what I mean? And in the cigar world, I was able to meet a lot of different people, and a lot of them weren't like me. They weren't Haitian. They weren't Bahamian. They were all Hispanics and white guys and things like that. But they kind of took me under their wing because they saw something in me that the hunger. So I mean, I just wanted the hunger to learn. When I initially started, I didn't even like cigars. I just liked the business of cigars. So I was setting up a cigar cruise with Rocky Patel, this guy right here, and everything kind of took off after that, because once they saw that I knew him, I would walk into all these cigar stores that didn't like me as a black man, but they had to deal with me because they knew that I had the credentials, I had the people behind me that would literally like shut their shop down if they really wanted to do something.
Yeah, man, I know you Haitian, man. Parle Creole, talk about it, man.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Haitian's taking over, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, Jay, how long have you been in the business?
Honestly, it's been like 10 years, man. It's been one of the best experiences of my life. I've done a lot of different businesses, I was in real estate, I was a loan processor, but this right here is more of a passion for me. So, I mean, so it's not like I go to work. I just literally come here and have fun. And for the last 10 years of my life, it's been like literally like just like one big party, like one big party.
I like that, man. What gave you the idea? Like, did you just say, man, I want to own a cigar shop? Or you just had like a vision, you know?
Honestly, it's not, I didn't even start off wanting to own a cigar shop. I just wanted to learn about cigars. So I flew to Nicaragua, I went to Honduras, I went to Ecuador, I went to everywhere. Only place I haven't been is Cuba. But everywhere else that kind of grows like a lot of tobacco, I've been there. Nicaragua like 4 times. And the actual art of cigars is what got me. So it's not even the actual money, it was more of the art, like what it takes to really bring this cigar to America, you see what I mean, and for us to enjoy it. Because this is actually a very luxurious type of lifestyle. It's not something that the average person could just consume, because most cigars are $12, $10. Not too many people are gonna spend that, you see what I mean? So I was more focused on, okay, let me learn about the actual tobacco and things like that, and then go to the actual store side. Because once I learn the tobacco, I can give knowledge. I sell knowledge, I don't sell cigars. Knowledge.
Right, so most people don't know the difference between cigars, cigarettes. Do you inhale? Do you like? There's a lot of questions out there. So
Absolutely.
Let these guys know, like,
well,
how exactly do you do it?
The first thing I would say is the tobacco that is in cigars, quality cigars, the process that they go through to get this tobacco the way it is totally different than cigarettes and Blackie Miles. That is like the cheap tobacco that most people don't even use. Like they throw that. That's like the throwaways, you see what I mean? But when you're talking about like a cigar like this, which is like $14, the tobacco quality is it's a way higher quality. They ferment it, the process is totally different. It's totally different.
So what type of cigars would you offer to like a brand new cigar aficionado?
Honestly, I ask a lot of questions because unfortunately, like a lot of times you walk into the store and they just want to sell it. They want to sell you, you see what I mean? My thing is, okay, do you smoke cigarettes? Do you smoke Blackie Miles? Do you smoke weed? If you smoke weed, what do you smoke weed out of? I ask all these questions because that lets me know where your profile is. You see what I mean? Most people think that they see a dark cigar and it's immediately, oh, this is strong. But actually some cigars are meant to look strong and be real mild, flavorful, things like that. Right? Yeah, so it all depends on the person. And when people come to me and they say, okay, what's the best cigar? I immediately tell them, the best cigar is the one you enjoy. Because at the end of the day, I may be smoking this right now and enjoying it, and you smoke the same cigar, and it may do the total opposite for you.
What kind of events do you host here, you know, on a regular? What's it like? What days do you have certain events and stuff like that? So
well, right now, due to the pandemic, it kind of threw everything off. But right now, it's usually like Fridays and Saturdays. But we have a lot of people that literally reserve birthday parties. I have 3 birthday parties this weekend. I have a cigar release with a certain cigar manufacturer. So I literally just try to get the type of events that fit the environment that I have, that I've set. You see what I mean?
You say you have a cigar release. You do your own cigar? You release
No, not my own cigar. I do releases for like different manufacturers. Like for example, Chad Johnson, my right hand man, brother. The guy
Ocho Cinco
comes here all the time, buys all his cigars from me. I did one of the first releases for his cigar, and it was amazing. Ray Lewis, I've done his cigar release here, so I try to release their cigar so I can bring it out to the public, and at the same time work on a deal where, okay, how many boxes can I get, and you see what I mean, things like that.
Do you plan on releasing your own cigar?
I do, but that's gonna be some time.
So we have viewers out there. There's somebody out there who's like, man, I want to own a cigar shop just like Jay Top Notch. What advice would you give that person growing up and trying to get into the business like yourself?
The first advice I would say is make sure that you have a passion for it. Make sure that it's something that you really feel like 15, 20 years down the line, you're gonna continue to do it. You see what I mean? Because a lot of guys that get into the business chasing the money, and what happens is cigars is not a very profitable item. Like, even though it's a very kind of like high quality item, it's not very profitable. If you don't have full-blown liquor, like, that's one thing I could say.
So it comes hand in hand, liquor, okay.
You better have somebody with a liquor license where you could actually distribute liquor at the same time, because a lot of these local shops, they have beer and wine license, they don't have like the full liquor license. So what happens is you got a guy that goes in there, he wants a whiskey with his cigar. You can't offer that.
Right.
So, I mean, so that's one of the main things. Have a full bar. I mean, this is one of my favorites, Macallan. I drink this like on the regular. Definitely liquor with cigars. That's one of the greatest advice I could ever give it.
So when you pair cigars with liquor, is there certain liquors that go with certain cigars?
It's all preference. Some people drink vodka, some people drink tequila, so it all depends. And what I do is I kind of recommend what I typically drink, Macallan, Glenlivet's, things like that, because that's what I was taught coming with like Rocky Patel. These guys, they drink like different type of whiskeys and scotches and things like that. Now, if you're a vodka drinker, drink your vodka. Whatever fits you. You see what I mean? That's the one thing with cigars. It's all preference.
Right. I started drinking vodka, and then I switched to the dark.
Okay.
I realized I like the dark better with the dark.
Absolutely. It definitely has that earthy kind of feel to it, and it pairs very well. With vodka, it's lighter. You see what I mean? It's much lighter.
What
Cheers
advice?
To that. Salute to that, brother.
All right. What advice would you give your younger self if you can talk back to him and give him advice on how to do this all over again?
That's a very good question, because my younger self wasn't focused, and I would give that advice. Focus on what you have going on and stop focusing on all the things around you. Because a lot of times, being young, you have so many little things, your friends this, your this and that, you get caught up in a lot of stuff that is not your actual calling. So focus on your actual passion and your calling, and run with that.
All right, Jake. So where do you see yourself in the next 5 years, man? What's your next plan?
Honestly, we've just literally during the pandemic, me and my partners, we opened up a liquor store in Opelika, and we're trying to open up another liquor store in Miami Gardens. So my thing is just franchising, branching out, liquor stores all over, cigar lounges all over. So that's my thing.
Shout out the name to the liquor store.
Oh, Top Notch Liquors, baby.
Top Notch Liquors.
That's what it's up. Opelika, 22nd Avenue, 144th. We're doing our thing. During the pandemic, we never stopped working. Never.
And we know you're on social media, so let the viewers know where they can find you, your social media, location, your hours.
Okay.
Let them know how to reach you.
I have a few different social medias because I have like 3-4 different companies. Main one, Top Notch Cigar Lounge. You can follow us on Instagram. You can follow us on Facebook. I have J Cigar Life on Instagram. That's where I post a lot more because that's my personal. You see what I mean? That's where it's more personal. You see what I mean? The business side is cool, but I try to promote a lot on my personal side because I've built a lot of clientele throughout these years that have no idea about Top Notch, so I still push it through my personal side. And I also have Roster Party Entertainment, which throws all of the parties in Top Notch. So I created an entertainment company to where now if somebody comes in and they want to host a party, I do that party underneath my entertainment company instead of doing it just with Top Notch.
Final question, Jay. What does be the model mean to you?
Honestly, when I first heard it, is just be positive, be a mentor, walk that straight line, because everybody kind of looks at you when you're in a certain position, so you have to govern yourself accordingly. So, I mean, you can't really
real tough.
slip. Be the model really means like, not like a physical model in a magazine, just a model to society, a model to the youngins, a model to the people that are up under you or over you, because there's a lot of times people that are over you, they look to you for a lot of stuff, and they may not show it, they may not say it, but they definitely look to you for advice, for anything, you see what I mean? So be the model would be just govern yourself accordingly.
Nice. We like that, man. Cheers to that one right there.
Cheers to that. That's awesome.
All right.
Be model, baby.
Jay Top Notch once again. You guys can reach him on Instagram, social media, follow him. Come on out here to the Top Notch Cigar and Whiskey Lounge. Get yourself a cigar, a drink, and have yourself a great time.